possible to transfer the risks in retirement to a top-rated insurance company, just like you do all of your other assets? Is it possible to do that with your retirement? Can you insure your retirement? Well, we're going to discuss that. First, if you don't already have a copy of my book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, please get your own copy. This is a fantastic resource that can help you understand what your options really are in retirement, what you can do to insure your retirement, and how all these plans work. And we will send you a copy absolutely free, 100% no obligation. Just hop on our website right now, safemoneyretirement.com, or give us a call anytime, 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. All right, so let's get into this. Is there a way to transfer the risks in retirement from yourself to a top-rated insurance company? Well, let's discuss that. For example, what am I talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. How much is your car worth? Well, do you have insurance on it? I'm sure you do. And what is that costing you? And what are the chances of your having an accident? But you still have coverage on your car. I wouldn't suggest anybody going out there and not having coverage on their car. Depending on where you're listening to this from, it may be illegal in your state to not have coverage. So you've got coverage on your car. Great. That's fantastic. What about your house? Same thing, right? What's the chances of your house burning down? But you pay for the homeowner's insurance, and how much does that cost? And how much is it insured for? And all that kind of stuff. Well, because it's a big asset, you want to make sure it's protected. So it makes sense to have insurance on that. Now, let me ask this last question. How much are you worth? How much should your insurance be for you? And I'm not even necessarily just talking about life insurance, because life insurance, yes, it's on you, but that's for the people that you leave behind. That's a whole other, that's a big thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a huge thing, but that's not really what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about how can you transfer the risk of not having enough money in your account, or not getting enough paycheck, or losing money due to a market crash. How can you transfer all of those risks to an insurance company? Well, there is one word that you need to know if you don't already, and that word is fixed annuity. A fixed annuity can allow you to have a guaranteed income that you can never outlive. That is how you can transfer the risk from yourself to a top-rated life insurance company. They then are on the line. They are then accepting the risk to make sure you get paid no matter how long you live. Now, I have clients sometimes say, well, Tim, I've got $1 million in the bank, and if I take out 4%, that's $40,000, and it would last 20 years or whatever it is. Okay, that's great. First of all, that's if there's not a market drop, if it's still exposed to market risk, but that's a whole other discussion. But what happens if you live 25 years? Happens if you live 30? Happens if you live 40 with medical advancements these days? That's how transferring the risk on your income to a top-rated life insurance with a fixed income annuity can be an absolute brilliant plan for you, because you're insuring your retirement. You've heard me say it before. We make sure you've got enough guaranteed income when you retire. Then we have other plans that can continue to grow and continue to grow and continue to grow until you turn them on, and then they pay you income. And then more that continue to grow, and then they can turn on to pay you income. So that's how you can turn over the income portion of your retirement and the stress that's associated with worrying about running out of money before you run out of life. That's the number one concern of retirees, running out of money before they run out of life. Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you by transferring that liability over to a top-rated insurance company, just like you've done for your car, just like you've done for your house. If you've got life insurance, just like you've done for your life, same thing. We can also look at the same thing if you don't need income. Let's say you're in a situation where you've already got plenty of income. You might have multiple pensions coming in, and government pensions or military or whatever. You might not need income. but you might want to make sure that you don't have any losses in your account. Again, we can move that money over to a top-rated life insurance company. There's a couple of different ways we can do it. It can grow at just a fixed rate, or we can put it into a fixed indexed annuity that allows you to choose every single year between, do I want my money to grow on a fixed rate, or do I want it to grow based on what happens in a specific market index, like the S&P 500 or whatever. That way you are taking that risk of anything happening in the market, sequence of returns. I mean, there's multiple risks associated with being in the market that you can get rid of and you can hand over to a top-rated insurance company. Again, insuring your retirement dreams is what this is all about, and making sure that you never have to worry about it. Again, just like you're doing for your house, just like you're doing for your cars, just like you may be doing for other things. Have insurance companies do what they are good at, which is taking risk away from policy owners, putting it on themselves, and then that takes that risk away from you. So that's what I wanted to mention today is, yes, you absolutely can get rid of those risks. It's wise to. You're going to lose the stress. You're going to feel better. You're going to get those checks every single month, no matter how long you live. Makes it a lot easier to want to spend them, right? Because you're not worried about running out of money, because no matter, even if you spend all of it this month, it's coming the next month. And if you spend all of that one, guess what? It's coming the next month. As long as you're breathing, they're coming. So transfer that risk over to a top-rated insurance company and let them insure your retirement just like they are insuring all of the other big assets in your life. Now, how do we do that? We sit down in a fact finder appointment, we look at your specific situation, and we determine what's going to be best for you specifically, as far as, do you need income, or do you just need growth, or do you need a life plan, or whatever the situation is, long-term care. There's a lot of different things we could throw in there, but we can transfer those risks directly to a top-rated insurance company to help you enjoy your retirement.
The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.